Yeah, what's your name and how long you been living in England?
My name is Jan. I live in England for 61 years.
And you told me a few days ago that you come from Poland originally, from
Yes,
Warsaw, yeah?
yes.
And when you were a young kid, the Nazis attacked Poland.
That's right.
And took over your country, and you participated
In the underground, but not straight away because I was only 11 years old. After 2 years of occupation, I was 13.
And your father was involved in the underground, or?
My father was involved, but as I told you before, he was a communist. So there was two underground in Poland. There was a communist and the non-communist. I was in the non one, see? The land army, they call it, the home army, right? I was in that.
So what did it involve? How did you get involved in it?
Well, I get involved. We used to cut the telephone lines, right? Sometimes even blow up the trucks, the railway tracks, That's where we involved. Whenever we see the lorry on the street, push some oil or petrol so crack in the exhaust, German lorry. Or slash the tire with the sharp knife, that sort of thing. Write the slogan on the walls, anti-German, that sort of thing, Yeah.
And how did you get involved? I mean, did someone come to you, or did you meet other people? Or?
Well, I knew other people from before the war because I was in the scout movement, And this scout movement, most of the companies were ex-scout movement, all young boys, right? So that's what involved for about 1943, about a year, and then the uprising broke out, right? Which I took part in it.
So what happened during the uprising?
Well, I was shot during the uprising. I got a bullet from the back. Come out here, you can see. And that's actually, it was the 15th of September, 1944. Actually, the fighting ended for me because my left hand, was like that. All through the years, I managed to
get moving
working here. There was no medical help then, so probably it was now what happened. Probably the nerves was cut in here somewhere, and it affected on my left side, But,
And when the uprising happened, what was the mood within the population?
Well, the first few days there was all population used to be with us, They give us everything. And then when the Germans started bombing, dropping half a ton of bombs on the houses, people start, those who take part, they didn't call us bandits, but they wasn't very pleased, the civilian population, So, as I say, to me it finished after 2 weeks because I still took part, but not as the fighting as such, but, taking on the barricade food, water with them, sometimes sitting, watching when the other were tired, that sort of thing. See? And then after the 61 days struggle, we were all shipped to Germany to the prisoner of war camps.
And how is it they captured everybody then?
Well, the camps, there wasn't enough to die, eating-wise, And it was, too much to die, not enough to live, let's put it that way. We got a soup.
I was asking, how did everybody surrender, or did they?
Yes, it was surrender, yeah. Surrender after 61 days, right.
And what camp were you sent to?
I was sent to Stalag 8B in Sandbostel near Bremerhaven, yeah.
And what was describe me the condition of the camp? What was it like?
Well, we were live in the barracks, 15 or 20 of us, in separate rooms. And the first few months was nothing because we didn't get anything from the Red Cross, right? And after that, we used to have one Red Cross parcel a month. That helped, There was some cigarettes, chocolates, some food, That helped a little bit, right? And then when the Ally was coming from the west, they shift us all to Lubeck, and there we were liberated by the English army.
And how long were you there then?
7 months. Well,
7
from
months, yeah.
from October 1944 till May 10th of May, say.
What's the routine in the camp?
Well, the routine, there was a Antretten every morning.
It was?
Antretten, Yeah. And head counts, if anybody escaped. Those who want could go to the work outside, but it's not many, freiwillige. And that's all. When we come out of it, almost like half skeleton, Then it's, we start getting food, raining. And that was the war for me. Okay?
And in the camps themselves, how many people in the camp as a whole?
Well, in the fall, there was a section of Russian, right? They were separate from us, a section of us, and a section of the prisoner from 1939 from the Polish army, And also there was some English, Not in the Sandbostel, because we were first sent to the Lambsdorff camp in Upper Silesia. There was an English, prisoner as well. Right. And then from the Lambsdorff, we will shift to Sandbostel.